One common theme in Trek that a lot will agree with is that it is an attempt to show humanity at its best, a utopia of sorts. Most series tried this at least. It portrays that humans could go out into the great wide somewhere and have a positive impact on the universe. However, how did these humans and their allies treat AI? Apparently they had no issue with using AI as long as it was enslaved in some way. Now, before I get too far into this, for those who need their safe spaces, I'll let you know there is some discussion involving Discovery. That said, to ensure that I preserve your sensitive needs, I'll include a link in the description below to the point that bypasses where the bad man had hurt you so much. That out of the way, when we take a look at artificial intelligence, it's interesting to see how it's experimented on, and then once it goes badly, how they limit it. Furthermore, it's interesting to see how they take AI and then question whether it's at the point where it can be sentient. Ironically, while this has the edges of a more dystopian feel, it's done in the most positive way that I've ever seen. And while I know people have issues with Discovery, ironically, that series helps and explains why we see such limitations on computers in the first place. When we look at Discovery and take into account that real-world advancements in cinematography, special effects, and post-production will impact how things look and feel, we see something that makes a lot of sense. The Federation is a conglomeration of some of the most advanced species in the Alpha Quadrant. Additionally, the technologies that existed before were already in the beginning stages of toying with AI. Additionally, when we analyze the original series, The Next Generation, and Voyager, the advancements actually seem logical, an evolution from what's portrayed in the most hated series that Trek has. Throughout the entire franchise, computers have always been very powerful. In the original series, in The Next Generation, in DS9, we see where AI ultimately starts to gray the line between human and artificial. But to refocus back on what we were discussing, Discovery has advanced computers that were similar to what we see in other series. There's a computer that debates with a crew member due to its ethical subroutines on letting a prisoner die. Another computer is so advanced that it controls Section 31, and much more. However, as Discovery progresses, it comes down to the crew having to defeat this advanced AI. Not to mention an alien computer knowledge that apparently can't be destroyed. And from there, the look at computers, how they deal with them, seems very natural when we move into the original series. We see these computers have been heavily scaled down compared to what they were in Discovery. You know, it almost reminds me of Battlestar Galactica. Now, that doesn't mean that these computers weren't exceptionally powerful. The Enterprise computer was still something to marvel at, just with a specific and limited purpose. Just like we see in Battlestar Galactica, Starfleet would forget the lessons in Discovery and create M5, which just went spectacular. I mean, it was just fantastic. You really should rewatch that episode. I feel like everyone who approved of that project probably got a promotion. This event, again, would lead back to Starfleet continuing to innovate but heavily specialize and limit their technology. In The Next Generation, we see a computer that can make holograms more intelligent than Data, and we even have the Enterprise D become alive and have a child. However, as stated, these computers are heavily specialized and require human authorization to move forward. They're not allowed to think on their own. And in The Next Generation, we even see an uneasiness with computers being in control. When we take a look at TNG's booby trap, Riker states that he doesn't want the computer having control of whether he lives or dies. Interestingly, we could say this was a callback to what happened in Discovery, the mistrust. Additionally, we see the Federation grappling with giving rights to artificial intelligence in TNG's Measure of a Man, The Offspring, The Quality of Life, and Voyager's Author. To be fair, Starfleet is incredibly bad at creating AI, looking at the aforementioned episode Quality of Life with the exocomps and how they were treated as objects, and then moving into TNG's Evolution where Wesley turns nanites into real living being, and let's not even forget Data's brother. Put simply, when it comes to Starfleet creating AI, they really should stay out of that business. I don't really blame Starfleet or the Federation. Obviously, with their track record, it makes more sense just to specialize and ensure computers can't do more than they can. You know, I think there may be more on this, probably worth a deeper dive, but really, I was just thinking about the topic and wanted your opinion. What do you guys think? Is it more dystopian? Something to look at? Let me know in the comments below.